For more on all of this and the president's recent refusal to take part in the virtual debate with Joe Biden, let's bring in Ronna McDaniel, RNC Chairwoman. It happened so fast this morning, Ronna. I mean, we were all starting out around, 8 a.m. with the president's interview on Fox Business Network, but it was moments before that we learned via a statement from the debate commission that they've changed this to a virtual debate. The president reacted moments later and said, I'm not doing it. So was the campaign consulted on this and made aware of this change prior to it being made public?
I haven't talked to the campaign, but clearly the president had no knowledge of it. He said he had just found out on the air. Listen, this is not a nonpartisan commission. It is filled with Republicans who have been very critical of this president and a large group of Democrats. They have hurt this election by holding debates after voting started, which the campaign asked them to move these debates earlier so that voters could get a chance to see these candidates. And now they're not following the science. They're saying we're going to go virtual. Biden didn't ask for that. The president didn't ask for that. The science certainly doesn't dictate that. The CDC has said you're not shedding live virus 10 days after diagnosis. So why are they changing the rules? And I think a lot of Americans right now are saying this is D.C. at work. 47 years of Joe Biden being in D.C. has bought him a lot of favors across the aisle. And I will just tell you, I hope no future nominee of our party works with this commission. They are a total joke, and they are hurting our democracy, and they are impacting this election.
Okay, so you're making the case that they changed this to virtual to benefit Joe Biden.
Absolutely.
The commission publicly states that they are a nonpartisan commission.
They are not. In their let's look at the comments. I mean, if you look at Olympia Snowe, she has said he hurts the brand. You look at John Danforth. He said he's the most divisive president. These are not Republicans who support this candidate, and they are not on a nonpartisan commission, and they are affecting the election right now. People are not going to be able to see these candidates campaign or debate in person because of a commission that is inserting themselves. Okay. Washington inserting themselves into a democracy in our election process.
Let me just follow up. They're saying that they're doing it for safety reasons. The president did get sick with COVID-19 merely days ago. It would be important, obviously, to know if the president's tested negative yet. Do we know anything on that front? The White House hasn't released that information.
Well, the White House has been transparent. The doctor has been briefing the American public. And of course, the president would understand that. But Joe Biden didn't even ask to not have in-person debates. This is the commission unilaterally making a decision. We just had an in-person debate last night. So why are they changing the rules and not following the science?
Okay, so
why aren't they talking to the candidates? Okay. Why aren't they talking to the candidates and saying, hey, if you test negative, let's go in person? This is not good for the voters. Okay. That's what I care about. The voters deserve to hear these candidates in person debate. And this gloves-off approach, and Joe Biden doesn't have to give interviews, and he gets to have lids on every day. And now we're going to let him debate from home with his prompter and his aides. This is not good for our country right now.
Are you hearing any indication of renegotiation? Larry Kudlow joined us in the 9 o'clock hour this morning, Ronna, and he suggested that he believes there will be a renegotiation that takes place in the coming days leading up to this. Are you getting any indication of that?
I hope the DNC and the Biden campaign will join me in saying this needs to be an in-person debate. This needs to be an in-person debate. If the president tests negative, which he should, based on the science, that this should be an in-person debate.
So those are conditions you're willing to offer, though, as far as the campaign, as far as the party is concerned, the White House. Where are you willing to give? So you're saying that if you can prove that the president has had multiple negative tests, just give me other information that you'd bring to the negotiating table to get this to be in person.
I'm not going to get ahead of the president and the campaign, but those I think are reasonable guidelines. I just think, Sandra, the fact that they started the debates after voters had started voting, the fact that they just changed this on the fly without consulting campaigns, the fact that they've been on the record against this president, this commission, and that they are not working on behalf of the American people is a problem, and it's affecting this election.
Okay, to go back to that Larry Kudlow interview, he said if it does remain virtual, he said the president should still show up. He should show up and he should stay on message. So, Ronna, where do you fall? If there's no change made to what is now going to be a virtual second presidential debate, do you side with the president on not showing?
I have real concerns about Joe Biden doing a virtual debate. We've seen him, Sandra, we've seen it. We've seen the prompter showing up in his TV screen. You've seen him say, move the prompter up. I mean, we deserve to have a debate between two candidates face to face. We just did it last night. It was incredibly successful with the vice president and Kamala Harris. There is no reason why we shouldn't have that. And the American people deserve that. There can be safeguards put in place.
Okay, the president says he's going to plan rallies now instead. What can you give us as far as an update on that? If he doesn't debate virtually, he says he's going to rally.
Yeah, of course he's going to get out and campaign and talk to the American people and continue to make his case.
Is there a plan, though? Does he have a plan for next week?
Well, I'm not privy to all the plans that they're putting forward, but of course the president said today he's going to make sure he's not contagious before he does rallies. He's going to make sure that he's putting the people and the attendees first and foremost. But we have to debate the policies. I mean, we saw it last night. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris are going to raise taxes. They're going to kill our energy independence, and they will not answer the question that they are dodging, that they want to fundamentally reshape the third branch of government. People are voting right now. Yeah. We should know, are you going to stack the Supreme Court or not? Are you going to get rid of the filibuster if you get the Senate? It will transform our nation forever if they do that, and they will not be honest and forthcoming with the American people. And this commission, by doing what they just did with this debate, is once again preventing us from getting solid answers from these candidates on what their policies actually are and what they're running on.
Ronna McDaniel, appreciate you coming on with us this morning. Thank you.